You want to just skip to the reveal? Hey folks, it's Mary, aka MercyTriumphs, and this is Slow Crochet. I am super excited, even more so than normal, because I love talking about crochet, but super excited because today I am filming the last installment of my hashtag blank slate blanket 2024 project. Yes, by the time you are seeing this, it ought to be February 1st or maybe a little bit after, depending on when this gets uploaded. But all throughout the month of January 2024, I've been working on a blanket with the hope that I could start the year making something wonderful and warm. And so whatever else happens in this year, I could look back and see this beautiful piece that I have added into this world. And I can look at it and say, hey, 2024 was a good year. Look at how it started out. Whatever else happens, we know we have something wonderful and beautiful that we have used our craft and our skill to put forth into the world. So for this project, I was using the reversible geometric crochet blanket, which is a pattern by Yarnspirations, and it is linked below. This blanket, according to the pattern, measures 38 by 46 inches. Mine ended up being about 50 by 60 inches, so not quite twice as big, but significantly larger. For this project, I love this yarn. I used 6 skeins of navy tweed, and then I also used Caron 1 pound. I had to get into my second one of these. I didn't use entirely the second one, but it is the color Off-White number 514. I also used I Love This yarn in Fire Red just for a little bit. Okay, enough talk. Let me show you the completed blanket. So it is that tweedy flecked yarn. You can see some of the colors in there, and I did pick up just a little bit of the red there at the edge. So this is an interlocking crochet pattern. It is really thick, really squishy, and on the border I did half double crochets around in the blue, and then I started playing yarn chicken. I did not have quite enough to get around a second time when I was doing a moss stitch. So moss stitch is what I ended up doing. I did a moss stitch just with the red, so you have a little pop there, and then I did half double crochets around again. I did start to do a round of single crochets at the end, but this is something that I actually need you guys' help with. How do you keep blankets from ruffling? I don't know if it's when I just begin a blanket that my initial chains are looser and then I get tighter over time, but it seems to me, and I've only made maybe 3 or 4 blankets in my whole entire crochet life, but it seems to me that most of them end up ruffly when it comes to doing the border. So if you have any tips for avoiding that, please do let me know. I do know that part of me, by the time I'm ready to do the border, I just say, you know what, even if I do see it starting to ruffle, oftentimes I'll just press through because I'm so ready for it to be done. But anyway, please let me know in the comments any tips or tricks for keeping that ruffling from happening. Regardless of that, I love this blanket. This blanket is so cozy and it has a real nice weight to it. It is completely made out of acrylic and a 4-weight at that, but since it's that interlocking crochet, it has a wonderful heaviness to it without being too overbearing. I don't tend to like working with bulky yarn, so this was kind of a nice in-between to give me that heft without having to use a larger size hook. I have had this blanket on my bed the past few nights, and sadly it is not big enough for my husband to share, but he's quite a bit taller than me, and so in order for that to have been possible, it would have taken me much more than this month. As it is, this took me about 6 weeks to make. I did start in December of 2023 just because I wanted to be sure I got done, because I am, hence the name, a slow crocheter. But along this way, I've had several friends jump on board and join me. One of them, Mimi Makes Keepsakes, did send me some photos, and they're going to be at the end. And my other friend, Lee Mack, she also has a YouTube channel, and she is linked below. She has participated as well. And if she doesn't have a video up, you can always check her Instagram. I'll link that as well. People in the comments have been so wonderful, so encouraging as I've gone along this process. And some of you have been telling me what you've worked on, and I've gotten several emails from wonderful subscribers or even just commenters telling me about how they have been working on their blank slate blankets. Not all of them come to completion. That wasn't really a requirement, but I want to take a minute now to show you the pictures that I've been emailed and give a little bit of information about the patterns and yarns used. Y'all are so wonderful and so phenomenal. I love this aspect of YouTube, this kind of social part of this social media, that we get to share with each other the works that we've made and bring light to new patterns and show different color combinations and just show off our skill and have fun with it. The crochet world to me is such a wonderful place because it's not really about competition. It's about enjoying the craft and creating things that make your heart happy. So when I've looked through these photos, I have had so much joy, and I'm excited to share them with you too. I'm going to go ahead and say bye now. Y'all are wonderful, fantastic. Thank you so much for encouraging me as my first little crochet along has come full circle and wrapped up now. And yeah, hopefully I will see you again soon. Now let's go see those photos.